Today I'm going to go through the Jefferson Curl. This exercise I've used a lot myself in my own training. When I first started handstands about 7 to 8 years ago, I struggled to touch the floor with my hands in a straight leg position. The Jefferson Curl is one of the main staples that I used. Now, if you're flexible, the Jefferson Curl can be a low back stretch or a spinal stretching movement. If you're tied to it, it's going to be more about hamstrings and calves, but we can also focus on spinal articulation as we do the movement. So I'm just going to start on a box with a stick just to take you through the movement, and then we're slowly going to load it. So I'm standing up on a box so I can get spinal articulation on the way down, and also when I get to the bottom of the movement I can dangle, I can hang my hands off the edge of the box and not be restricted by the floor. So I'm going to stand shoulder width apart with the feet. I'm going to hold the stick shoulder width apart. I'm going to take chin to chest, roll down through the upper back, mid back, low back if I can. My low back doesn't like to move too much. And at this point, as I start to pass the knees, I'm going to lock the knees backwards. And I'm going to keep going down as far as I can with the arms and legs dead straight. This is where, if you're more flexible, you're going to feel like a lengthening of the spine. I'm going to hold here for 2 to 3 seconds. And then I'm going to reverse the movement back up. As I reverse back up, I'm bending the knees. Little bounces can feel nice through the spine here, so just try to get in between each segment. And then at the top, I'm going to stand nice and tall. So one more time there. Hands shoulder width apart, feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to stand nice and tall at the top. Now I'm going to take chin to chest, roll down through the upper back, mid back, low back. Start to lock the knees backwards now. Keep going down as far as I can, keeping the knees locked backwards. This is where, if you're flexible, you're going to feel it through the low back and the spine, because I'm lengthening through there as much as I can. I'm going to hold for 2 to 3 seconds. Then I'm going to bend my knees and reverse the movement. So I'm rounding through the spine. Little bounces feel nice to try and get in between the spinal segments. Nice and tall at the top. Now, if you're comfortable with the movement, I start to load it. You could start with a dumbbell and then slowly work up to a barbell. I personally don't give clients, and I don't personally use higher than 20 kilos. Now, I would tend to do 2 to 3 repetitions there, which works out about 60 seconds, 90 seconds maximum time of the set. Another variation I like to play with is adding a squat in as well. So we do exactly the same movement, chin to chest, round through the upper back, mid back, past the knees, legs go straight. Go as deep as I can there. And then when I'm holding my deepest position, I'm going to bend the knees, I'm going to pull into my squat. Now I can either stay here for a bit, I could go between the forward fold position and the squat. And then I'm going to come back out again. Soft knees through the spine. Nice and tall at the top. Now obviously listen to your body. If you have any spinal issues, especially anything that's uncomfortable or gives you pain or discomfort when you go into flexion, get yourself checked before you go into something like that, because you are loading in flexion. If you're super tight in the calves, I would recommend that you stretch your calves separately as well as that. It will turn into a calf stretch. Let me know down in the comments if you use the Jefferson Curl or if you have any particular questions on it. Thumbs up and subscribe would be appreciated, and I'll speak to you next time. Thanks, guys.